Good morning, everyone. Faculty, distinguished guests, family members, and especially the students who are graduating today, welcome to the Order of the Engineer ceremony. I'm John Stedman. I'm the Dean of the College of Engineering here at the University of South Alabama. It's my pleasure to preside over our ceremony. In this part of our commencement activities, we celebrate the induction of our engineering graduates into the Order of the Engineer. I will provide a brief history of the Order of the Engineer, then describe the significance of the engineer's ring in the context of the responsibilities attached to the profession. Following the history, Dr. Kevin White will administer the oath, asking that engineers among our faculty and audience join with the graduates in accepting the obligation of the engineer. Dr. Srinas Palanki will introduce the new members who will come forward to receive their certificates and rings. Our photographer will get a picture as you receive your ring, but you all are also welcome to take pictures, and if you miss the perfect shot, you're welcome to get another one after the ceremony up here on the stage with the faculty or in the reception area in the lobby. We're very pleased to welcome all the families and friends who have joined us this morning. We realize that our graduates could not have reached this milestone without your unflagging support, both financially and emotionally. Graduates, I want you to join me in recognizing their important role in your life with a hearty round of applause. Another group that's been instrumental in working with you to help you reach this significant milestone in your life. Will the faculty in attendance please stand so that the graduates and families can join me in thanking you for what you've done for our graduates. Graduates, the faculty and staff of the College of Engineering join me in congratulating you on your achievements and thanking you for sharing the past 4 or 5, sometimes 6 years with us. Okay. You are the people who are the engineers of the 21st century. We're confident that you will be using the technical knowledge you have gained here at the University of South Alabama to make our world a better place, and we will be taking pride in your accomplishments. You are now moving from the academic world where you studied engineering to the challenging world of doing engineering. As you make this transition, you're about to take the engineer's oath and be inducted into the Order of the Engineer. The purpose of this ceremony is to call attention to the obligation of all engineers to use our technical education ethically in shaping the world around us. You've taken the first step. You've accepted the challenge of obtaining an engineering education. Now you're embarking on the second part of your journey, the practice of your profession, and you must pay heed to this obligation if you are to fulfill the promise this day holds. The Order of the Engineer originated in 1926, when our engineering counterparts in Canada recognized the special obligation of engineers to one another, to the profession, and to the public they serve. Based on the model of our Canadian colleagues, the Order of the Engineer was established in the United States as well. As you are accepted in the Order, you will receive a steel ring to be worn on the little finger of the working hand. The history of this ring has to do with the construction of a bridge across the St. Lawrence River in Quebec in the early 1900s. In the latter stages of construction of the bridge, on the morning of August 29, 1907, it collapsed, becoming a tangle of structural steel enclosing the bodies of 75 workmen. After an investigation, construction was started again, and on September 11, 1916, as the center span was being raised, again it fell, again killing workmen. After yet further review and redesign, the bridge construction began anew, this time without incident, and was completed in 1917. That bridge is still in use today. Legend has it that one of the twisted iron pipes from the first bridge failure was sliced into rings and worn by engineers to remind them of their solemn responsibilities to the public we serve. After accepting the obligation of the engineer, you will be presented with your ring. You are to wear your engineer's ring on the small finger of the working hand, so it will remind you every time you sign a set of plans, contract documents, or design specifications of your obligation as an engineer, that you must check and recheck your calculations before signing your name. Remember that the work of engineers has a profound effect on the health, the safety, and the welfare of the public you serve. The ring you receive is a symbol of the strength and the continuity of our profession. The engineer's ring says to all who see it, here's an engineer, a person with technical knowledge, and more importantly, a publicly endowed dedication to use that knowledge ethically, always keeping paramount the public health and safety. Each of you among the graduates, faculty, and audience who possess an engineering education and are willing to subscribe to the Engineering Code of Ethics is now invited to join the Order of the Engineer and to accept the engineer's ring. Dr. White will lead you in the recital of the obligation of the engineer. You must accept the obligation seriously and with pride in yourself, your college, and your profession. Please consider the words carefully and remember always that our engineering knowledge carries with it the obligation to serve humanity with complete integrity and honesty. Dr. White, please administer the oath.
Will the inductees and all current members of the Order of Engineer please rise to recite the oath. Please read the passages in bold with me. I am an engineer. In my profession, I take deep pride. To it, I owe solemn obligations. Since the Stone Age, human progress has been spurred by the engineering genius. Engineers have made usable nature's vast resources of material and energy for humanity's benefit. Engineers have vitalized and turned to practical use the principles of science and the means of technology. Were it not for the heritage of accumulated experience, my efforts would be feeble. As an engineer, I pledge to practice integrity, fairness, tolerance, and respect, and to uphold devotion to standards and dignity of my profession. Conscious always that my skill carries with it the obligation to serve humanity by making the best use of Earth's precious wealth. As an engineer, I shall participate in none but honest enterprises. When we use my skill and knowledge, in performance of duty and in fidelity to my profession, I shall do the utmost. You can now be seated for the presentation of your certificate and ring.
Journalist Paul and Keith will read the names. Each of you is to come forward to receive your ring and your certificate and will be congratulated by me and by their respective department chairs.
Jacob Flowers. Jacob worked for Southern Company as a co-op student from 2008 to present. He is a member of Eta Kappa Nu Honor Society, National Society of Collegiate Scholars, and IEEE. He will be working for Southern Company after graduation and will be pursuing an MBA degree. Patrick Gay. Patrick served as Vice President of the Society of American Military Engineers. He co-opted at BASF and is currently employed at Hargrove and Associates. Ahmad Jalal. Ahmed served as the Vice President for the Pakistani Students Association at USA. He worked with Server Core as Data Center Tech for 3 years. After graduation, he will be Senior Vice President at Metro Consulting Grid, United States. Rida Jamal Ali. Rida completed JAG-TRAN tracking research with Dr. Russ. He is also a member of IEEE. Thomas Jefferson Motes III. TJ served as President of Eta Kappa Nu and Treasurer of IEEE. He worked as an electrician for technical engineering and construction services during school and will be employed by Georgia Pacific upon graduation. Derek Nelson. Derek served as Vice President and President of IEEE. He is a member of Eta Kappa Nu and Tau Beta Pi Honor Society. Derek has completed an internship at Hargrove Engineers and Constructors in the Controls and Automation Department. Robert Ryan. Robert is a member of Eta Kappa Nu Honor Society and IEEE. Ryan Seema. Ryan is a member of IEEE, Eta Kappa Nu, Audio Engineering Society, and the Acoustical Society of America. He is currently employed as an Associate Engineer with the Acoustic Systems Division at Harman International. Jawad Shahi. Jawad received a higher national diploma in electronic engineering from BTEC Edexcel, UK in spring 2008. He received Dean's List status in spring 2011 at USA and is a member of IEEE. Justin Walker. Justin received a degree in mathematics at Troy University in 2008. He is currently co-opting at SSAB Steel Mill and hopes to continue working in the controls area after graduation. Carvin White. Carvin is a member of IEEE and Society of American Military Engineers. He interned at Evonik Negusa and ThyssenKrupp Stainless. Carvin will be employed by ThyssenKrupp Stainless upon graduation. Michael Wickman. Michael is a member of Eta Kappa Nu. He was the primary delegate for the Mobile section of IEEE and was the recipient of the 2010 IEEE Student Scholarship. Michael Hempowitz. Michael was a member of Tau Beta Pi, Motor Board, Launch Society, American Society of Mechanical Engineers, Society of Women Engineers, Society of American Military Engineers, and Associated General Contractors of America, and has held various officer positions in most of them. He conducted research with Dr. Jefferson and Dr. Shaw on composite materials as part of the grant provided by NASA. Michael competed on a national scale in the NASA University Student Launch Competition, conceptualizing, designing, defining, and producing a rocket according to NASA engineering design processes. In addition, he interned at Airbus for a year. Shanmukha S. Illa. Shanmukha works as a laboratory assistant in the Developmental Studies Math Lab and is a member of the Indian Student Association. Muhammad Kamaluddin. Muhammad served as President of IEEE and Eta Kappa Nu Honor Societies. He was awarded the Graduate Academic Award in recognition for his outstanding scholastic achievement at USA by CISO. He interned at Evonik Negusa in Mobile and 3S Network in Dallas, Texas. He is currently employed at Agile Robotics. Narsingh Rao Kamarajan. Narsingh was a student assistant at math and as a math tutor for both math technology and development studies. He is a member of the Indian Student Association. Vikas Siddham. Vikas worked as an usher at the Mitchell Center and is a member of the Indian Student Association. Vamsi Mohan Timarajan. Vamsi is graduating with a Master's in Electrical Engineering. Anthony Bonetti. Anthony received his Bachelor of Science in Aerospace Engineering from Mississippi State in 2009 and has been employed with Airbus Americas Engineering as an aerospace engineer since September 2010.
congratulations to each of you. Welcome to the Order of the Engineer. As we close, please consider these words from the Royal Bank letter, and I quote, "The fate of man now more than ever hangs in the balance, and engineers will play a crucial part in determining whether that fate will be blessed or cursed by the application of technology. Enormous problems still haunt the world, and many of those problems have been man-made. But if anyone can do something to solve them, it is the engineer, who has been working to make life better for people since the dawn of history. It is a huge responsibility to be placed upon a profession, but then engineers have always managed to do the things that need to be done. On behalf of the Board of Governors of the Order of the Engineer, I welcome you to the engineering profession and wish you well in the exciting technical challenges before you. Please join us for some refreshments and an opportunity to congratulate our graduates, photos with faculty, casual conversation. Thank you for joining us this morning for the Order of the Engineer, and I look forward to seeing all of you this afternoon at commencement. Thank you very much.
So proud of you.